talking today about something that affects every aspect of health.
Absolutely. So stress, the number one problem that people come in to see me for, although not many people sit down and say, Steph, I'm stressed, can you help me out?
So that's the sort of first question, really. How do you define stress?
Okay, well, that's a really good question. So stress is managed by part of your nervous system called the autonomic nervous system. And the autonomic nervous system has two parts, and I explain it as fight or flight and rest and digest, or sympathetic, parasympathetic. And what it's important to understand is that if one side goes up, the other side goes down. So one side is responsible for that. You know those lovely nerves before you go on stage, Christy?
Yes, I know them very well.
You know those little nerves that you might get at the beginning of your show, Beth, at the start of every day, and you think, oh, those little bit of excitement. You know, that's really great. And that sort of part of stress is really important because that's what gives you a bit of excitement. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning. It's what helps you put your foot on the brake really quickly if you're about to hit another car, or grab your child if they're about to run into the road. So that part of the nervous system is very important and it keeps you alive. The other part of the nervous system, this side, is called rest and digest, or parasympathetic. So if there is any type of stress, this side, the rest and digest, actually looks after your immune system, your digestive system. So if you're chronically stressed, your immunity and your digestive system and your body's able to repair and detoxify does become inhibited. And this is the main problem, and why you did say, Christy, that stress affects so many aspects of health.
People must go to the Manx Radio Facebook page after this video to see your physical demonstration there. Arms are in the air. Think aeroplane that's flying along.
Think seesaw.
Oh, yes.
Think seesaw, absolutely. So if there is, a chronic stress, then the rest and digest side is chronically inhibited.
Do you know what's great? Yesterday we were in the studio doing front crawl. Today we're doing that. Seesaw. Brilliant. So what are some of the sort of main symptoms that people display when they come to you then?
Oh, it can be absolutely everything. So sleep disturbances, we talked about that last month. Digestive disturbances, so people come in, for example, with irritable bowel syndrome or any bowel problems. So as we've just done with our seesaws, let's just go back to fight or flight. The body doesn't know the difference between types of stress. So stress because you're having an upsetting time at work or you're overworked, stress because you've having a relationship issue or something going wrong with a friend or a partner, stress because you're running away from, danger from a tiger. The body doesn't know the difference between types of stress. The only difference is the quantity of the stress hormones that are produced for that situation. So if you are running away from a tiger, you're going to be really acutely stressed. But the dinner, this is your digestive system here, your body's not worried about digesting the food that you've just eaten 10 minutes before to be running away from a tiger. So if you're shoving your food into your mouth at work, and then the next minute as the boss comes in and says, oi, what's going on here, and you become very stressed, suddenly your body is going to switch the energy from digesting your food into actually producing the hormones to help you run away from a tiger.
So it doesn't matter what stressful situation is, your body's automatic response is the same. And
absolutely.
Can stress then, almost that stress response, become a habit?
Oh, absolutely. It's a learned behaviour. So your body is not designed to thrive. Your body is designed to survive. So in the morning you wake up and your body goes, right, I lived through yesterday. What do I need to do today to survive the day? This is how many hormones I produce. This is what I did. And that's how I survived the day. Your body doesn't wake up in the morning and think, right, Beth, this is going to be the best day of your life. I'm going to produce the hormones that you need to be the happiest and healthiest person possible. It's going to say, how did I survive yesterday? So if your chronic stress response, if you're like here, let's go to the answer. So you're chronically stressed, your body is going to continue to keep producing these hormones. Absolutely.
So what can we do about it?
Oh, that's a very good question. So there's so many things that you can do about it. So let's talk about this side, which is the fight or flight side. So everything that we do, so whether it be natural medicine, whether it be medicine from the doctor that some people choose to take, all of that, that's a multi-trillion-dollar industry, is suppressing the fight or flight response. And by pushing this side down, then the parasympathetic or the rest and digest side comes up. There is only one thing that you can do to stimulate the rest and digest side of the nervous system, and that's deep abdominal breathing. So I teach all my patients to how to breathe in their abdomen. So when we breathe in our abdomen, we actually release the hormones that says it's time to slow down. So going to yoga classes, learning any deep breathing exercises, even exercise is great because as we become more out of breath, our diaphragm opens. Singing is a great way as well, as you do. You know, you need to open up your diaphragm and really sing. So whether you're singing your happy song, whether you're singing in a band, or whether you want to sing some mantras or just making noise, you know, actually opening and breathing as much air as you can, that's very beneficial too.
There's so much you can do, and obviously one thing we're going to talk about in future weeks as well is this sort of idea of rainbow diet, because food can make an impact as well, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. I mean, nutrition. So some of the things that naturopaths do, apart from, you know, coaching, having exercise every day, having good sleep, having good time management, learning to say no, very, very important, and having healthy boundaries, not relying on alcohol. A lot of people use alcohol as
I feel like you're judging me.
No, there's no judgment here. Getting in nature every day, there's many studies that have showed that actually just being in nature for a good proportion of the day has a very calming effect on the nervous system. You might have heard of some magnesium. There's some minerals that are very good for the nervous system, magnesium, potassium. A good way to get that is to eat a good handful of nuts and seeds in your diet every day, and plenty of fruit and vegetables. Chamomile tea, you might know, chamomile's a lovely sedative herb for the nervous system. It's also good for the tummy, so having a good cup of chamomile tea every day. There's some other herbal medicines that we use to manage stress. Passion flower is one of my personal favourites. Skullcap, and one of the most popular herbs in the whole world is called ashwagandha.
Ooh, I have never heard of that. It might be the most popular, but I haven't heard of it.
Ashwagandha, it's a wonderful herb. One of the things that we have in herbal medicine is an action called adaptogenic. And adaptogenic is my favourite thing in my profession. And under a microscope, it actually helps the cell cope with any stress, whatever the cause of that stress, whether it be environmental or whether it be emotional. Whatever the cause of the stress, these herbs actually help that cell cope with the stress.